What is going on, you guys? Thank you for listening and viewing to the Verse Podcast. We're at it again, guys. Run down the road, and we are at our final interview for What a Wonderful Year Festival, guys. And today we have Dr. Lotto with us.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right.
In,
Kevin, right?
Kevin.
That's absolutely right, Kevin. Anthony.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's good. I just like to do that because I'm not very good at remembering names.
Trust
so I
me,
got to
it's
just
all right.
grain them in my head, my skull.
We had a lot of names come at us today, and we enjoyed every single one of them. So
That's good.
we got you in here today, and you want to tell us more about your time with Wowie?
Well, it's a pretty short time so far, but it's been a good time, and I'll tell you that right now, Anthony and Kevin.
Yeah.
I've just been recently, I've made connection with Fern, one of the great leaders of this program.
Yep.
And he's kind of brought me on to do some of the outreach. I do interviews all around town. I got my guy on the scene, John Michael, JM Cooks. He's on Instagram. You can follow him. He's on the scene talking to musicians and all that.
I think
around
I've seen
town.
it. You guys go on the boardwalk, right? I've seen
Boardwalk a lot of times. Yeah, it's at the Low Dive. There's definitely a good spot out there. But I run a pirate radio station, Context Everything Media Network, and
We got another media guy.
that's right,
man.
Context Everything Media, pirate radio. Though this is much more buttoned up than the operation we got running out of the back door.
Yeah.
But Fern kind of brought me on to add some vibes,
Amazing.
do some hosting, and I'm honored to do it. We're going to have some content coming out this week for a great event that's coming up on December 22nd that I'm sure we're going to talk about at some point.
Yeah. That's awesome. So this is your first year you're going to host, right?
That's right.
That's amazing.
Nice.
And you'll be there both nights hosting, the 27th, 28th?
I'm going to be there the 27th. I'm going to be there the 28th to just soak up the energy, but the 27th, I'm going to be up there.
So, guys, you got to buy tickets both nights.
You
now,
have to be
because
there
if you only
both
get the 28th, you got to go on the 27th. You got to see
on.
Dr. Lotto.
You have to.
Come on.
You should.
That's amazing.
You don't have to. You do whatever you want,
Facts.
but you should.
Yeah, that's true. Now you have to. Okay.
Buy
You
him.
must.
Buy
I
him
didn't
now.
say it.
What was I saying?
Do it now.
So you work for Pirate Radio, you said?
Yeah, Context Everything Media. I made it up.
Oh.
Pirate Radio, just, I guess the internet is just pirate radio. Pirate radio used to be like...
I thought it was like an actual station. I thought it was like...
No.
Oh,
It's the internet.
I thought I was going to ask you if it was like a college station. It sounds like a college station, right? Pirate Radio.
It does kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I was on a college radio show in Monmouth one day, 6 months ago, and the kid who was doing... he was a student, a communication student. I thought, communication? This kid is not talking at all.
Really?
He's literally standing there, not talking at all, saying the most basic questions, waiting for everyone else to talk. I thought, you're in a communications degree. Is this what they're teaching you? Just sit there and, so what got you into music?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what we were doing.
Yeah, but you're talking in between it.
That's true.
It's
You're
not
right.
I'm talking
Yeah.
silence. I'm talking dead air.
Yeah. That's true.
Kids are growing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it is not a proper radio station. It is the Context Everything Media Network, exclusively found on JM Cooks on Instagram.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
And it's on YouTube too, but that's different.
That's amazing. So with the YouTube, so I'm guessing you do long form YouTube interviews, and then you do the short form on.
It's a good question, actually.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
On
wow.
YouTube, I started the Context Everything Media Network. My guy, actually, JM Cooks, John Michael, he started the Context Everything Media YouTube channel a year and a half ago. Just really a silly concept, but the name, Context is Everything. Let me talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Because context is everything, right? That's
Literally,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
So, Context Everything Media, it all started actually with kind of a symbol that lasted 1 year.
Uh-huh.
So after John Michael quit his job, he was a car salesman, a teacher before that, I thought, what would be a good way to start this media network? To build context as the foundation.
Right. That makes
So-
sense. Yeah.
Just in the bookshelf, I had a history textbook from teaching days.
Mhm.
I handed it over to John Michael. I said, why don't you read a chapter every day for a year on YouTube? So the first year is literally like 250 episodes, 5 uploads a week of reading a world history textbook from, like, this is kind of interesting context-wise. It was published in 2001. So it was published for the 2001 school year.
Uh-huh.
So a little interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because this is like right before
Pre.
and there's no conspiracy, nothing like that, but
Oh, we're getting into that.
I'm not I'm saying
we all
it right
know what's
now.
coming up. But...
I'm not getting into it. You're getting into it. But it's a world history textbook from before a world-changing event that happened at the very beginning of the 2001 school year in September.
Correct.
And so it's just interesting to hear the language talking about different parts of the world before different parts of the world were seen in a more negative light.
Mm-hmm.
And so reading that textbook, that's what the YouTube channel is. So far, I kind of have let it go for a little bit, but it's going to come back with more long-form interview content. On Instagram, it's short-form interview. Minute and a half reel, time constraint, I feel like is a nice opportunity to connect with local artists right after you come off stage, kind of like a post-game interview at sports game, you know?
Right, that makes sense, yeah.
You know, just really quick. How do you feel after getting off stage?
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Good. What do you have coming up?
everything.
Good. Right. And then, you know, just an opportunity for artists to to just show their personality outside of the performance. We see people on stage, maybe you know them personally, but personas and character, you know, if you're a performer, you kind of put on a show whenever you're in that performance mode. So I feel it's an opportunity when you get an interview on Context Everything Media on JM Cooks on Instagram. Lots of directions, too much, honestly. You have the opportunity to kind of show yourself, define what your image is going to be in a short form, low pressure environment, just right after you get off stage while you're feeling that energy.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Also, like content in like the short form right now is huge.
Right.
People, you know,
Right.
That's what we're all into with the Instagrams and the
Right.
TikToks and everything like that. So it's
Retention time, baby.
yeah, exactly. I don't want to degrade anybody, but
Listen, brain rot is real.
that it is.
And I try to, you know, I'm pushing that. Like every video is a minute 30 because
Build that
it's-
attention span a little bit.
but it's like, yeah, it's like you do have to sit down.
130 next week, 140, 150. You're like, you're back where you used to be before.
Congratulations.
Social media, guys.
I think, but don't you think that's kind of happening? I feel like there is a trend away from. I'm locked on my phone. I know that. I'm always on it. But I feel like whenever I'm on my phone, I want to have some long form thing on, whether it's a podcast like you
Mhm.
guys are running here. And I like to have something that's on in the background. I like to have something that is a contiguous one single thing. It's
Yeah.
easy to fall into a scroll. It's
Oh,
very
I think
easy.
the podcast help long form come back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the fact that podcasts have retention, the fact
Yeah.
that podcasts are a sustainable model
Yeah.
means that people want that. And
Yeah.
I think but also it's convenient. It's very functional for people that are not preparing for an interview or anything. You get off stage, you get a quick minute,
You get
you get to
dopamine
show it in.
running, You're like, let's
Right.
go.
Mhm.
you give a quick vibe. You don't ever really get stumbled for like a lack of words because you just were on stage. How do you feel?
You're gonna get like
you
the
have
truth.
you have a few words about that. Go ahead. And then
Yeah.
what do you have coming up? Tell me what you have coming up. Be silly if you want.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You could also be serious. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You have a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think long form is more engaging, and a minute and a half on Instagram is like a half hour because people are in a scroll when they're on it. So
Mhm.
to rope people in for a minute and a half is a pretty significant buy-in when the purpose of Instagram is kind of ephemeral, one after another after another. You do have to stop for a minute and a half.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like even we do the off interviews when we do our shows, like Santa
Right.
Palooza Bayville.
Yep.
Right.
We'll do interviews with the bands afterwards. They're not that short, like 15
Right.
minutes we'll do, but we'll get them at that like dopamine level where they're still like charged up.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
I guess you definitely do see a difference.
Oh,
between,
absolutely.
like, the podcast and when we do like the live shows.
Yeah.
It's definitely a difference.
So live shows, I find that there's always some energy that's different, and I guess that's more of a novelty now. You don't see that too much where stuff just is. Are you saying that you upload it like streamed, or
we don't
you
we don't
just
stream.
Yeah.
We basically do like the podcast like at the show. Like,
Right.
If you look
That's
on our
good.
Instagram versus apparel, we have one that we just did with Ballyhoo. That was 15 minutes, no, 30 minutes.
I think that one was 30.
It depends. I tell
Right.
yeah, but we're not. I'm never the ones doing it the live show. It's
Okay.
our
The
part,
Ghost
part of our
Squad.
team.
Right.
Hope. She does the, and then we have more Bayville stuff that he did, and we're in one. We actually have a big interview that we didn't post yet.
Yeah, that's
coming up.
got to drop soon.
You can't tease it.
Well,
Yeah.
like someone
What?
from that. Yeah.
I know that they were. I saw the open casting calls for.
I almost went.
Yeah.
I should have.
Yeah, I know. I saw it, and then a lot of people I'm friends with, they like ran into him at like restaurants, like all over
Yeah.
Jersey and like New York. Yeah.
That's awesome.
yeah.
Talk about one of the treasures. of an era.
Supposedly, he really likes like going to coffee shops. Adam Sandler.
Adam
Yeah.
Sandler.
I've seen him, like a lot.
And I'm a big fan. People might find this controversial. Big fan of Adam Sandler's style.
Yeah.
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 Long
I know.
basketball shorts.
Long
and
basketball
t-shirt,
shorts,
a
red
sweatshirt,
t-shirt.
You're good.
Yeah,
Right.
Just
Chill.
Take it easy.
Especially, take it easy. Especially like his style's like that, and he's like worth how much money? And he's just, like,
Right.
whatever,
Exactly.
you know?
Humble. Listen, he
Still
still
playing
balls.
pickup. Yeah, still playing pickup basketball on the streets with randos. Like,
That's a good vibe.
yeah,
That's a good vibe.
That's a really good vibe.
Yeah.
Especially like how he's just like, I like the way he also built his team around him. How he built it around like his like close friends,
Yeah.
Right.
and he stuck with those people.
Right.
You know, and he never got like too like Hollywood to like.
Right.
You
He had
know.
a circle.
He
so
had a circle, and he helped all those people in that circle.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Spade.
Norm.
I mean, Rock didn't really need that
Nick
help
Swartzen.
until later on.
Beast.
but Swartzen,
Yeah, I was
beast.
actually just watching Click last night.
you were watching Click
I get
in the
ran-
Beyond
He
section.
randomly came on. I'm like,
that movie makes me so
why
sad,
not?
dude. I'm not
It
gonna
is
lie.
sad.
I can't watch it anymore. It makes me really sad.
it's
I
both.
think as you
It
get
tugs at so
older-
many emotions though. Like
I
it's
know.
good.
That was one of those bait and switch movies. You watch the commercial, you say, "Oh yeah," you like they. I just remember like, come on, like there's the slow. He slows the girl's running.
Yep.
He slows it down to watch her bounce, and it's like, oh, this is gonna be a fun movie. Lots of
Yeah.
laughs. Adam Sandler at his best,
Mhm.
and then by the end, you're leaving crying. It's a literal false advertisement. Not a bad movie.
Yeah,
No,
'cause
not at all.
because
With false
then he keeps on
advertisement.
fast forwarding, and he can't stop it from fast forwarding. You're like, oh, now this is gonna turn really sad very quick.
Yeah.
you know, and it does. Christopher Walken.
What I got out of the rewatch though was more like focus on the now and don't focus on the BS all around you.
Yeah.
You know, type of situation. So like it really does have a good meaning behind it, you know?
Yeah, the Bed Bath & Beyond CEO probably could have done for rewatching that movie before he jumped off a building in New York City.
Oh yeah, I remember
You
hearing
can look that up. That
That
happened.
did
Yeah.
happen.
Pull that up.
You know, Bed Bath & Beyond still. I think they got bought out by another company though. They're
Yeah.
strictly all online.
Right.
Ecom, baby.
That's right.
The way of the world.
That's right.
What else are they gonna ask?
We got a thing coming up though. That
yeah.
kind of the reason why I'm here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm co-hosting with Fern on the 20th. This is actually a big event.
Too, because you guys like he's built a community, you know. So like
Yeah.
to have those
The
people
turnout's
like,
great.
so it's like means a lot.
The only thing is we have that summer stage. You know who we missed on the summer stage?
Wait, the Stone Pony one?
Yeah, Stone Pony.
Yeah.
We missed Creed this year on the summer
Yeah,
stage.
they should
Oh,
they should
That was a
have
problem.
been there.
That was Asbury dropped the ball on that.
Yeah,
I
they should
know.
have been
Asbury
there.
dropped the ball on that.
Maybe-
But you
maybe
were at
next
the
year?
you were at the Homedale show, PNC.
Yep. My favorite show all
Unfortunately,
summer, guys. Like we were talking about this before the show, like just random people hugging you, and it was amazing.
Shame on my part for not being able to go.
You should have been there.
It was literally everyone singing for the whole set. Like
It was amazing.
It was amazing. You felt like so joyed.
That's the thing, Creed, and I think it's a really good point to highlight. Creed has 5 undeniable songs,
Mhm.
and if you don't like them, that's a statement of character that you're gonna have to deal with.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Time to find God if you didn't.
That's right.
Yeah. Have you creeded today,
Right.
Anthony? I don't know,
Whoa,
but
whoa, whoa.
If that
I
was
brushed my teeth to
yeah.
that, by the way.
That's good.
Yeah. They got to have Creed on the beach one year at Asbury.
Honestly, be sick. Honestly, be
Yeah,
sick.
on the beach with that music.
Come on.
See here now, what?
You know Scott Stapp's taking his shirt off.
Yeah, Scott Stapp. What a comeback, Scott Stapp. What a
Right.
comeback, man.
Right.
But
Good vibes.
Dr. Lotto, man,
That's right.
thank you so much for coming in today.
Yeah.
You got to come back for a longer interview. For these
I'd love
interviews,
to.
only doing 30 minutes, but
A lot of fun.
we usually do
Happy
like an
to be here.
hour, but
Yeah.
we cut it down because we want to get everyone in one day.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
So-
sure you guys have been through it today. It's been a long one, right?
It's been fun though.
It's fun,
Absolutely.
but listen, it's fun, but you can have fun for a long time, and it starts to be like, okay, gotta keep having fun. Gotta keep having fun.
I know it's
and you're pushing through. You're doing. I'm having
Not
a lot of
even
fun
that.
right now. And
I met a lot of
testament
cool
to
new
you guys.
people. Yeah.
It's interesting to hear everybody,
Yeah.
where they come from, what they're all about.
This is always
obviously.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's good.
then the opportunity to get to see them at
Yeah.
this festival coming
Yeah.
up, too, is going to be even better because we have that
That's right.
you know,
Wowie.
little insight.
Yeah, wowie.
Wonder Bar,
Yeah.
December 27th and 28th, live.
Yeah, buy those tickets, guys. It's gonna be a great time. This is our last episode with interviews, and just want to thank Jim, Joe Palm, Fern, and the rest of the team for coming in, and Dr. Lotto that's here with us today.
Check them out on the 27th.
27, 28. This is it. Once we stop this episode, that's it. You got to go to the show,
You
guys.
have to.
That's it. Like, it's not till next year, and you
That's
don't
it
want
by
to
meaning
wait till
we're going to
next
see
year.
you there.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. It's like the WrestleMania of like music, guys. Come on, you know what I'm saying?
And Dr. Lotto might get put through a table. I'm not saying. Keep your eyes out for that.
Yeah,
JM Cooks, follow me now.
yeah. If you smell what The Rock is cooking, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to all the episodes. We will be back in a couple weeks. Definitely buy tickets at Ticketmaster.com for What a Wonderful Year Festival, December 27th, 28th, guys. And then Dr. Lotto hosting on the 27th. Make sure to buy 2-day tickets. You can buy single if you want, but you have to buy 2. I appreciate you, Dr. Lotto. Thank you for coming
Kevin.
in, my man.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Anthony.
bro.
All right,
Appreciate it.
guys. Follow him on social media, and then we'll see you guys at Wowie, 27th, 28th of December,
Wowie.
guys. Celebrate the end of the year with us, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Peace.
See ya.